worth it if you enjoy it. Michelob Ultra.
Hi, everybody. I'm Mike Smith. Welcome to another edition of Litter Media Live, Special Edition Fairfield County. We are being revisited by Amanda Everitt, Destination Downtown Lancaster. You might remember when we started this feature back in January, Amanda was our inaugural guest. So welcome back.
Thanks for having me. Yeah, pretty special. We had a great time and we've still got lots of things going on. So I'm so grateful that you've reached out to talk more about what we have happening in beautiful, historic downtown Lancaster.
Well, let's jump right in and find out what's going on in Lancaster at this time of year.
Sure. We've got so much going on. We're really kicking in our heavy event season. You know, the weather is getting warmer. People are really enjoying being outside, and there's no better place to do it than in the walkable downtown of Lancaster. So we've got tons of events that are coming up. We just kicked off our Saturday cinema program, which is a free outdoor movie on the square. We closed down the streets in Zane Square in downtown Lancaster, put up a giant blow-up screen, and that happens the second Saturday of every month. And we have tons of pre-movie activities. The movie begins at dusk, but people show up, they grab to-go food from one of our fantastic downtown restaurants. If you're a parent, you can grab a beverage in a Dora cup. We do have a designated outdoor refreshment area. They bring their blankets and their chairs, and they spread out. We have concessions available. This past Saturday, we were really excited. We featured the movie Sing 2, and we had a wonderful special guest of the Lancaster High School band come and do the swinging. Gales were there. They were singing, they were playing their instruments, and it really got people in the mood to watch Sing 2. So it was really, really fun. Our next one comes up in June, and that is going to be Zootopia. And we're going to have some special guests here. We like to stick with the theme. So we're going to have some exotic animals that the kiddos can come and check out and learn about these animals, maybe even pet or hold a few of them. And it's going to be a really great time.
With the cinema, is that the first Saturday of each month?
Second Saturday of every month, and that is May through August. Those movies start at dusk, and pre-movie activities start at 7 o'clock. And this, like I said, the square is closed, and there is just so much activity happening. There's free popcorn and then other concessions available for purchase. It's just a great family fun time.
What other movie can you go to and get free popcorn?
Right? Free popcorn, free movie. You can walk around. You know, we were so lucky this last Saturday. The mayor came down with his wife because he lives in the heart of downtown with his granddaughter. We have community leaders and neighbors, and it's a good old fashioned way to connect with your community and your neighbors and builds that sense of civic pride.
Mayor Scheffler may have been riding in on a cloud with all the good news economically that came down a couple of weeks back for Lancaster.
We have had really just a ton of good news. They've been working with Google for many years now, and then it just became public, absolutely. But from an economic development standpoint, you know, that's just one of many things that we have happening right now. We were just downtown Lancaster, and a great development group called Urban Restorations was recently awarded $3.3 million in state historic tax credits for the rehabilitation and revitalization of a really historic, gigantic building in the downtown. It's the former Essex Wiring Company and was originally was a shoe factory. And so that's going to be transformed into 60 market rate apartments, retail on the bottom. It's really going to be transformative for Lancaster as a whole. So we've got lots of good stuff happening. Lancaster's the place to be.
With, I know when we visited back in January about the downtown, like many communities of Lancaster size, Circleville, Chillicothe, and so forth, everybody seems to have gotten on to that same idea that the downtown needs to be brought back. I think for so many years, everybody was going out into the suburbs and building malls, and not that there's anything wrong with that, but
Sure.
for so many years, the downtown was kind of put on the back burner, but it's really coming back strong.
It really is, and it's a national trend, and we see this as, you know, that sprawl, suburban sprawl. It does at times. It's much more challenging for communities to connect when you can't go anywhere unless you have a car. And there's something truly liberating about being in a walkable city and being able to go into locally owned and operated shops and restaurants and community events where you know that your dollars that you're spending are, it's such a feeling of great power. You know that so much more of that is staying within your own community. So, you know, when you're running to grab a t-shirt from Big Ideas, that they also sponsor the local soccer team. And you're going to see them in line at the grocery store, the downtown grocery store, or the farmer's market later that day. And there's something that really does, you know, give you some ownership over your own city when you engage in local commerce and make a really conscious decision to be an active part of that.
We spoke to your director of museums, I think maybe a month ago. How have you incorporated the museums in that downtown area with what you're doing?
So we are really, really lucky that we have so many wonderful downtown museums. So we have the Ohio Glass Museum. Lancaster is a glass town, rich in glass history. We partner with them and our Visitors and Convention Bureau to, as well as the Lancaster City Parks, to host a wonderful New Year's Eve celebration called Glasstown Countdown. We have a great new retail shop called Gay Fad Studios. Gay Fad Studios was a company that began in Lancaster by a woman named Fran Taylor back in the 1940s. This is back when women couldn't even have their own credit cards. She started her own company, and it was hand-painted glassware. She would get the glassware from Anchor Hawking and then paint these incredibly fun designs, moving up through early 1960s, this mid-century modern design that are collector's items now. And our friends who engaged in a mural project in one of our downtown alleys to commemorate Gay Fad Studios and its rich Lancaster history that was in danger of being lost, they decided to speak with her family and reopen the company. And so we have that in downtown Lancaster. So we partner heavily with them, the Ohio Glass Museum. We have the birthplace. We've General Sherman's childhood home at the Sherman House, the beautiful and exquisite Georgian Museum, which is just fantastic, as well as the really, truly, you know, nationally renowned Decorative Arts Center of Ohio. There are exhibits that are featured quarterly there that people come from all over to see. So we are really, really lucky. We work closely with them. They're within the walkable downtown, as well as our Visitors and Convention Bureau, to look at how we're engaging in these different events and how we can pull in people, not just who live here, but visitors that might be coming in to see all of these special things that we have right here in our own backyard.
As we speak, we're in the middle of May. So looking ahead into maybe at least some of the early months of summer, what's also is coming up ahead?
I tell you what, so not just Saturday cinema, we've got, you know, again, Zootopia coming up the second Saturday in June. Then in July, we are doing Christmas in July. So we are going to be showing The Grinch Who Stole Christmas on July 8th. But one of our biggest things that we host, our largest event, is Art Walk. That is during the Lancaster Festival. It is a partnership event that we partner with Lancaster Festival. We shut down all of the streets within downtown Lancaster. There are over 30 artists that are featuring their works in different business locations throughout the downtown. There is live music, there are specials, there are food trucks, and downtown is really alive with over 10,000 people visiting. There are beer gardens happening, people, again, sipping and strolling as they enjoy this wonderful celebration of the arts, as well as a street festival. So that is coming up on July 21st. If you want to learn more about that, you are welcome to hop on our website at destinationdowntownlancaster.com or follow us on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, and we actually have TikToks now. Or so I hear. I'm the old lady here, so I leave that to the staff because they're really great at it. But we've got that coming up. July 21st is Art Walk, but we close down Zane Square and create a community dining space for the entire summer. So that is open to pedestrians and bicyclists only. We have tents, tables, and chairs, and it becomes a great gathering space throughout the entire summer for folks to come and enjoy the downtown in our beautiful, wedged in between two beautiful outdoor downtown parks. So we're super excited about that.
Yeah, for some folks that maybe haven't been to Lancaster in 20 or so years, there were some great dining spots in the downtown. Are they there still?
So we have some incredible new dining spots. And I say new only because you mentioned 20 years ago. A lot of these folks have been here now 7, 8, 9 years. We have the delicious Gastropub, Ale House 1890, which is a wonderfully popular spot because there's nothing you can't find there. Everything from burgers to vegan pizzas to steaks and wonderful pasta dishes. Then we have a traditional Irish pub, which is so super fun. They're also always having their own wonderful events throughout the summer season. They have an outdoor patio, as does Ale House 1890, and they have traditional pub food and Irish fare, which is fantastic. Then we have Bob's Backyard Barbecue. If you want the best barbecue you've ever had in your life, you go to Bob's Backyard Barbecue. It is to die for. I do believe that's what I'll be having for lunch today. So that's right in the heart of downtown, right? We also have JB's Downtown Grill, which is like mom's home cooking, but with a fresh flair. Their food is incredibly fresh, incredibly delicious. We have a new panini shop called Triple P's. They do soups, salads, paninis. They're fantastic. Only open for lunch currently, but we're very excited to welcome them into the downtown family. We also have The Well, which is open Monday through Friday for breakfast and lunch. And it is vegan and gluten-free. And most people are like, oh, please, no. Oh, you would never know. It's absolutely delicious. The freshest foods. We live in such a rich agricultural area. We see the farmers that are growing this stuff right here in our own backyard, bringing in, these baskets of kale. And I don't know what they do to this kale, Mike, but it's delicious. Apparently it's all in the massaging of the kale.
Yeah,
who knew? Who knew? But they've got it down and they do it right. We also have the Downtown Bistro, which was formerly Shaw's restaurant, which is one of those that everyone remembers. They have one of the most glorious patios in the whole downtown. And I tell you what, it is hopping in the evenings. They've been having some great dinner specials, also open for lunch. The list just goes on and on. And of course, we have Double Edge Brewing, our very own downtown brewery, and they often host fun food trucks. So if you come to downtown Lancaster, you don't even need to make a plan. Park your car, take a walk. You won't leave hungry.
And come hungry.
That's right. That's right.
With the couple minutes we have, Amanda, anything else you want to touch on for the summer months?
Yes, absolutely. We've got our annual Brew Fest coming up on August 19th. Tickets will go on sale in June for that. It is a celebration of all things beer. Again, we shut down the square and host over 30 different Ohio breweries. And it is absolutely fantastic. And then back again after back by popular demand, our event with Visit Fairfield County Wands and Wizards, a celebration of all things wizardly throughout the entire county. So much of that will be happening within the downtown. There'll be Harry Potter themed things, Wands and Wizards themed activities, dining specials, decorations. It's going to be great.
As always, you're a delight to visit with. We look forward to maybe connecting with you again sometime in mid to late August so we can talk about the fall.
That sounds great. I'd love to come back. Thanks so much for having me.
Again, our guest on Fairfield County Special Edition of Litter Media Live, we have Amanda Everitt of Destination Downtown Lancaster. I'm Mike Smith.